We are at the trail called Shoshone Point, which I guess is the trail that you take to get to Shoshone Point. Now, Dylan recommended this trail, so I always take what Dylan recommends with a grain of salt because I just don't know what to expect. So, and I didn't expect the snow, so I'm already dressed in warm clothes that I really wasn't planning on really being in. So, have your All Trails app loaded for this trail, and it's about 2 miles round trips, and All Trails app says we should be able to do it, you know, in 1 to 2 hours, depending on how fast we walk and, of course, how fast we film. So, yeah, we're going to do this trail. Not a lot of people here right now, which is kind of nice, but it's like 40 degrees, I think, but the sun makes it feel warmer. So, yeah, so let's go see what we can find on this trail. This is, well, I don't really want to tell you what it's named after. I'm going to save that for the end. Let's go. Arizona never disappoints with that blue sky. Might be cold and snowy, but we still have a blue sky.
So a little bit about this trail, just for your information, or if you're planning to come and visit the Grand Canyon. The trail is pretty gentle in nature, meaning there's not a lot of rock climbing or, you know, divots or anything that's the terrain is not very rough. It's a pretty soft dirt, not very rocky trail. As you can see, the trail is going through the Ponderosa Pines, so the landscape isn't varied at all. It's pretty consistent along the whole trail to look like this until you actually get to the point where it does change drastically, especially if you are going out to the point, which we'll show you. But this is a pretty family-friendly trail, I think. The trail is around 2 miles round trip. You only gain about 150 feet in elevation.
It looks like we're coming up to an opening here.
You know, Dylan has never steered you wrong when it comes to full hiking.
How about hard hikes? I mean, Volti Arch about killed me. Well, yeah, this is nothing.
So when you get to this opening area, it's a great lookout spot. It's not the actual point. I just want to make sure you've got your All Trails app open because it would show you that this is not your stopping point. But it is a good lookout point just to kind of get that beautiful view and maybe take a little breather before you do your last little leg of the trail.
So you guys, when you see this fork, you can go either way. I'm guessing. I mean, I've read that you can go either way to get to where you're going. So I have this on my head because the wind is picking up. My ears are cold.
When you come around that forked area, which really is just an oblong circle, you'll see the restrooms, or the outhouse that I like to call them. And so head towards that way. And then you're going to be coming up upon the Pavilion, which kind of is your security note that you're in the right place if you don't have an All Trails app. I want to mention this area because I've read that a lot of people reserve this spot for certain either wedding ceremonies or celebrations. And so be aware of that with the timing of the year, and just because I don't think you would be allowed, you know, like in that area. You'd have to probably walk around and up if you wanted to go to the point. So just be aware of that this is an area that they do kind of block off for special occasions. And then if you're visiting during one of those times, you might not be able to take in this specific view right here. This is not the point, and actually when you get to this spot, you're going to veer left uphill a little bit. Here we go. And this is the spot that's taking you out to the point. So look for that pavilion, take a little look, and then head left uphill and follow that trail out to the point. So heading out to the point is where the trail gets a little bit more challenging. There's just some steeper steps to take. Kids could definitely do it, but you have to remember this is a point that has no guardrails. There is no railing to help you or to keep you back. You basically just have the elements of grabbing. Like you can see, this is the point right here. There is nothing keeping you from going over the side of this cliff. So just be aware of that and be safe.
So I haven't told you guys this, but I am an Outlander fan. The series written by the author Diana Gabaldon, who is actually from Tucson. And ironically, this is the second standing stone that I have seen in the last, actually 3 weeks, because when we were in Rimrock, when we were visiting Montezuma Castle, there was another stone, and I didn't put it on the video because I thought you guys would just think I'm stupid, and maybe it is, but
say it.
Take me to Scotland. Now that we're here, I'm like, there is another standing stone. And if you know anything about it, the World War II nurse goes through the stones by touching and enters into, I think it's like the 15th century Scotland Highlander area. And it's just a great series if you haven't read it. But it also is on Stars if you want to watch it. But I have read all the books, I think 3 times. They're like this thick. Anyway, and the books are way better than the TV series. But anyway, I'm still here. So I guess I can't be a time traveler. Right? Okay, well, we made it to Shoshone Point, and I told you I was going to wait till the end to tell you why it's called that. So my research said that it's named after the Shoshone Tribe, who used to come to this point and present their dead to the canyon. I'll just tell you, if you don't watch your footing and if it's icy while you're here, you might be presenting your dead self to the canyon. So watch your footing.
So if a helicopter ride and hiking into a viewpoint for the Grand Canyon is not an option, this might be a good option for you. The Desert View Watchtower. This is actually the view from the watchtower, which you are able to go in and look at and climb up and take in the views. This is one view, and then we got another view on the other side because Greg wanted to show you that you can still see the San Francisco peaks out in the distance. That's one of his favorites, if you haven't guessed. You can also see the Colorado River from the watchtower, and you can also walk on the outside and do all of these things on the outside as well. They have paved walkways, which makes it easier for mobility. Head into the tower and you have 4 floors to learn about the HOPI Tribe. There is no elevator, so you would have to use the stairs, so keep that in mind. But there is a lot of history here to take in and enjoy.
Like, subscribe, and share. And I hope you make it a great day wherever you're living. I'm going to say at LIVIN in Sedona, but I'm actually in the Grand Canyon today.